All right. Well, I'm gonna bail then. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
All right. Let's see here. Music.
I am here. I'm just getting a glass of water.
Cool.
Because y'all may be thirsty.
Everybody hear music?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Where's the link? Did you post the link?
I did. I sent it to his DMs.
Can you send me it too, please?
Oh yeah. I'll put it in the regular Demon Gate.
I have to watch and learn from the master. Cool cover art.
Alright, so everybody's up. Let's plan. I think we only have 3, right? Gath, Simon, and Humnahar.
If you give me sight on somebody, I guess I could do a backup recording and see.
Oh yeah. Let me give you sight there too. There we go, you should have sight.
Cool.
So, yeah, welcome everybody to this mini game. Might be a one-shot for some, but if you're brought over, I talked to Ted about making this a West Marches style campaign, so you can jump in and jump out, you know, if you want to. So this is the first episode of Wyrmfall, and if we have a good time doing it, then it'll be left open for sign-ups, and you guys can jump in at your leisure if you like playing it. These are all characters that are traveling in this expedition to the legendary ruins of Wyrmfall. We should be playing till 3 hours, hopefully. Usual Blades and Blasters time allotment. Doesn't always work sometimes. So. But thanks for joining me. And I'm the creator of Demon Gate, and this is how Ted found me. And I fell in love with the awesome RP that goes on here, so although Demon Gate is usually pretty dark and grim, the campaign, it doesn't have to be totally thick with grim dark, you know, but just remember pretty much dark undertones. If we want to keep that vibe on the same page, it makes it more enjoyable for everybody. If you click on your token, you see the macro setup. You'll see the buttons at the top pop up, and those are your macro buttons for easy access to your sheet. Instead of having to open your sheet every time, you can click on the tokens. Do you guys hear a lot of background bleeps coming through my end?
Just a little bit, but nothing too distracting.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Okay. Seems like I get notification pings like every 3 seconds. Let me see if I can turn that off. Well, you guys can check out your macro setup real quick before like you got your attacks and your attributes. Like if you have to do a strength check, you can just click on your attributes and it'll drop down menu. If you're a caster, you can click on your casting. Damages for your regular weapons, defense. You have options for defense because in this system you attack and you roll defense against your attack. You want to match or beat their roll. There's an initiative button. Spiritual influence is SI. And skills, I think I should have all your skills locked in. Hopefully I do. Some of the other buttons you don't have to worry about right now. There is a torch button in there. There's a little candle emoji. If you have a torch and you want to light it, you know. At the very end you might have a little one of those Chinese counters. That's for a calculator if you need to use it. Because I suck at math, I always make one. Alright, let me knock off these notifications.
Alright, I got rid of my low roll. Low lazy.
Yeah, I think I was getting crazy notification pings.
Yeah, now it's all quiet.
There we go. Everybody shut up. Right. Let me make this one here. I'm gonna, since Tet's recording and stuff, he doesn't want me to, show players all the handouts. So I'm gonna open it up, and I'll just tell you guys to open the handout, please, and then you can close it at your leisure.
Where will we find those handouts? Is there a folder?
Yeah, over on the right, you'll see like a little journal. And if you click on that journal, it opens up. There's a bunch of handouts and stuff on the right. Let me see here. There we go. I'm gonna ping you guys here. You guys have sight here?
Yes, we do see a forest.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
There we go.
Just the handouts. Where is it again? Is it on?
I'm about to open that up for you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sorry.
Okay. And it should say intro.
Yep. See.
There we go. All right. Pantheos Cathedral looms in the distance of this massive religious community, a place ruled with an iron fist under the watchful eye of the Order. You were all hired by a well-known adventurer named Marcos de la Vega about a week ago in the city of Valahena. You are under contract to receive your fair share of the treasures found in the ruins of Wyrmfall. You're finally leaving this place, where your employer needed to stop for some reason. He claimed he had business to take care of at the cathedral, and it needed to be quick. So while waiting for him in a local tavern, it was a surprise to see him burst in quickly and say in a hushed tone, "We need to leave now. Let's go." He did seem a bit perturbed and anxious about the meeting with the monks and the priest. Now, though, he seems to be in a hurry to get out of this place. Thus, you all race away from the cathedral in the back of a wagon. It has been nighttime for months now, dark and cold, during the time of the Algor, where 3 months of darkness plagued the realms. In 3 days' time, you'll be crossing the border out of Espadosa and into Rothic territory, a country of warlock Skog. Marcos seems to keep quiet about details, keeping a secret a few secrets to himself as he checks the map every so often and attempts to navigate the best route to the ruins. It should be quite a journey. All he has asked of you thus far is to keep him and each other alive on this quest. He never really mentioned why leaving before the Algore's end was necessary either. It would seem wise to wait for winter to end before embarking on such an expedition, so why did he leave so quickly? So right here, you guys are all in the back of this wagon, racing along the road. It's not a covered wagon, it's open, and it's pulled by 2 horses, and Marcos is driving. He's riding fast down this dirt road through the trees, and I think this is a good place for you guys to introduce your characters as you're riding in the back of the wagon with Marcos. And any one of you is free to go first.
You see Hum Nahar sitting on the back of the wagon with a wide-brimmed black hat and kind of like holding it atop his head because they're going so fast in this wagon. He has a face of bone with eyes peering through it, 6 slits where his mouths are, and you can see like scars and indentations that have been like raked across the chitin that is his bone face, where he's pretty much black everywhere, black gloves, black like coat, black boots. So his white bone face kind of stands out in stark contrast. And he just sits there and looks towards the other 2 and just says to them,
"It seems ill timing that we have left so quickly."
Hearing Hamnahar speak, Gat looks up. He is sitting as far away from Marcos as possible. When you look at him, you can see from his body language that there is a sense of distrust towards the person driving the carriage. When you look at Gat, he seems to be dressed in an odd assortment of clothing. He has feathers weaved into his cloak. His pantaloons and shirt seem to be made from different patchment of material. He wears a rough scarf around his neck that is partially hiding his neck. He does have some sort of headgear, some animal that you can't quite make out because it seems to have worn a lot over time. In his right hand he has what looks like a stone spear. His left hand seems to be clenched around something and you can't see what it is. He looks at Hamnahar. "Indeed, the timing is most unfortunate. Riding in this part of the woods deep in the winter does not make sense. I sense very little around us. No animals, no birds. Everything is hiding. Praying for this time to pass, and yet here we are, riding like the wind. Why?
Simon's sat on the closest bench towards the door. His hair black, greasy, matted, completely unkept. His clothes are in full tatters. He looks like he's just been dragged off the street and told to come. In his hands, the book pristinely kept, with all the pages intact with hardly a smudge on them. Looks up to Gath and goes, "Do you expect animals? It's midwinter next to a road. They don't often come here."
True, but I would still sense something. This road is so desolate that even if we were to die here, there would be not a thing in sight that would even feed on our carrion. This bodes ill omens. And I do not like ill omens.
My good friend, I'll have to disagree with you there. I'm certain something would find to feed on us.
And he gives the equivalent of a grim wry smile to Gath.
Gat smiles back. I do like the way you speak. So we shall see.
So yeah, Helminahar will kind of crawl through the back of the wagon up towards the front. And I don't know if there's a shutter or if he could just yell to Marcos. But he kind of gets up there and says to him,
Our employer, what do we need to be on the lookout for? It seems we've left in quite a hurry. I can't help but feel there might be something on our heels.
You see Marcos, he looks back over his shoulder, wearing a patch over one eye. He seems to hold on to a look of happiness, even though he is in a hurry. And he says, not to worry, friend. Just a little disagreement. Just nothing to worry about, doll. We shall be fine.
yeah, so Hum will make his way to the back of the wagon and looks at his compatriot.
Apparently it was just a little disagreement between him and some other people.
So Hum will reach into his pocket. He gets kind of a grim look on his face as he's peering for whatever enemies he can see that might be coming from behind, and he pulls out these spiked knuckles that he laces on his right hand.
Disagreement. Well, that bodes ill omen as well. Which means there's trouble ahead and trouble behind. Ah. And Gat starts looking towards the back of the wagon, trying to peer into the darkness, and then he turns his head and tries to look ahead of the wagon, trying to peer into the darkness. And then he starts looking all around, just having this sense of unease about him. He's now suddenly sitting at the edge of the bench on the back of the wagon and starts looking all around.
Yeah, you guys can actually make a perception check if you want to, if you're looking for any danger like that.
Oh, perception.
And if you want to use the macro, you can just click on the token and up at the attributes, and it'll drop down to perception.
Perception. Okay. And no modifier.
Yeah, no modifier.
Cool.
And as you all look around, you do not see anyone in pursuit. He seems to be telling the truth as of right now, anyway. And as to what the shaman Gath was saying, there seems to be a bit of truth in his words. It does seem unusually quiet in the dark woods. But a few hours pass, and it gets into the cold of the night. There are some times during the day, during the Algor, when it gets a little bit lighter than normal, yet it does get very dark and cold during what would normally be the daytime. Luckily, though, he has some warm fur blankets for you all. Those who are in need of blankets, anyway. The Cuthalan doesn't need the blankets that much. He's used to living up in this frigid, cold weather. You find yourselves camping in the plains after you've broken out some of the trees, out of the trees onto the plains. And it's not just extremely flat everywhere, though. You can see scattered hills, crags here and there, like small piles of boulders to and fro. The grasslands blowing in the wind. And I'll move you over to the scene here. You guys should be right here, if you can see all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm gonna take this carriage sound out. So the night is beautiful, actually, but you know all too well that sometimes, even in the beauty, danger lurks. You can see the shattered moon. For those of you new to the system, the moon was shattered a long time ago. Probably way before you were born. It's always kind of looked like that. And you notice Marco, he comes over to the fire, and as you're all sitting around, he says, we're doing whatever you want to do, and he says, keep the fire high, my friends. Do they say that in your home country? It is a common farewell here in Espadosa. He comes over and starts to put some more wood by the fire. What are you guys all doing around the camp here?
That.
So Hum's...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. So Hum will, after he gets wood for everybody, he is grabbing some salt, and he is encircling them in a circle of salt to do this spirit ward thing. It's one of his class abilities, and he's hoping that will help them in the night, just in the event something untoward happens.
Gat sees Hamnahar doing that, and for Gat, this is the first time he's been in this close contact with the Cuthalan. What are you doing there, Hamnahar? What is that substance you use?
It is salt. It's meant to protect us from spirits that would come. Perhaps ones that we might not see or notice. It should protect us through the night.
A salt, you say? Is it from your homeland?
Yeah, and as they're talking, Hamnahar takes off his black coat, just has kind of a white shirt on underneath, and he is jacked. Just muscles bulging through his shirt as well.
No, it's standard salt. Doesn't need to be anything special.
And he gives the equivalent of a smile and a nod towards Gath.
Very well then. Interesting. What do we call this? I'm losing words. An interesting ritual. And Gat sits there and looks at Hamnahar doing that with close attention, trying to see if he can discern anything more, but not wanting to pry into the Kutalan's ways and beliefs.
Yeah, you'd see Hom Nahar also maybe making a prayer quietly, just kind of like whispering it as he's putting down the salt, just moving it slowly in this circle. Probably takes him about, because it's a big circle that's encompassing all of us, probably takes him a good 10 minutes as he's kind of moving slowly through it.
As Humnahar is setting up the salt circles, Simon's grabbing as many logs and twigs as he can, kind of setting up what looks like almost a tent shape, but just out of logs and sticks to keep them dry for the night. Here, friends, feel free to sleep here tonight.
Gat sees Simon do that and nods and starts helping him gather supplies to make that tent as well.
I'd like to observe and see what Marcos is doing, just because I know that he's got this thing that, he had a disagreement with, and you said he had an item kind of in his lap as we were going down the road earlier. So I'm just wondering if he's continually, if his demeanor is still happy as you described.
Yeah, he always kind of like has this air of confidence, that he tries to keep up with. You haven't seen him like seem worried at all about anything yet, but he always keeps everything like very quiet to himself. He checks the map, you know what I mean? He does the navigations, and he drives the wagon, and he hasn't given you guys like any of the secrets or anything, which is probably kind of disturbing to some. So he notices you looking over at him, and he opens up a bag, a satchel, and he says, "We have a little bit of food left, my friends. The last good meal tonight. We should eat well. There's not much left. We should probably have to go hunting later. In a few days, maybe. Anyone good at hunting?"
Out of character, would my Varg be good at hunting? Because it's just a big wolf.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
And...
Simon,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Simon looks at Marcos and says, "I know someone who might be good at hunting." And then just, do I need to roll to summon it?
Oh yeah, if you want to summon him right now. And to do this, basically you would draw the symbols in the sand, and that's how you would call it after doing some, verbal commands and hand waving and stuff.
Simon grabs what looks like a small knife from his foot and just scratches what looks like a triangle with 3 big circles in the center of it. And as that happens, was the Varga success?
Sorry, what did you roll on the...
9.
It is.
And as that happens, what looks like a massive wolf just slowly crawls out from where the triangle was put and just sits like an average dog.
I think Marcos, he's like taken aback at first, and he, his eye goes wide, and his mouth drops open, and he says, "By the gods, it looks like I've hired the right people." You can see too that the wolf seems to pace around those salt circles as it's summoned. I think Gath would know as well. You being a shaman, you know about the salt as well, and conjuring. It's used in conjuring and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of you are well versed in some bit of it.
So Gat turns to Simon. A magnificent warg you have there, Simon.
Thank you. It took me a long time to learn this, especially without help.
Oh, I feel at ease. For there is an animal in our midst. That is a good omen. And a warg, that too. For it means we will be successful. Indeed, we will be successful. With that, Garth kind of sits back, a little more relaxed, sensing an animal in their midst. And
Simon.
he
Sorry.
slowly, under his breath, kind of starts chanting.
Simon extends his hand as the Varg comes over to him. Goes, good boy. You go out there, find us food, come back, okay? The Varg just kind of looks up at him and smiles as it wags its tail and sprints off into the woods to find some food.
And as it darts off, Marco smiles and he nods. And then you see him, he seems to relax a little bit after he watches it run off. And he produces a scroll out of his satchel. You can check out the handout. It should be open now. It says Dragon Scroll. And he unrolls it. It looks like it's ancient made and still holds some magic in it. The words are strange and they look like scratch marks. And he says, "This is the Jakara Jakal, the Dragon Scroll. In Ezithanol. It is written in the ancient Thork tongue. They were dragon worshippers that ruled the city of Wyrmfall, the place we are going now. When it was destroyed, they killed the elves that lived there. This scroll is meant to open a door that none of the other expeditions have ever found. This is why we will be successful, my friends. So, if I happen to fall, do not forget this scroll. It'll be here in my satchel. But Lady Luck is with me. I will not fall."
Is this scroll the same item that he was holding on to?
Yes. As he's like putting it away,
Gat looks at Marcos and... So, does it mean you can read Zetanol?
indeed it does. I have studied some languages in my time and on my other expeditions. I have been on many expeditions. It is why the Countessa Vasiana of Alejena asked me to do this. And she asked for funding. Well, she asked for funding from the Pantheos Cathedral, and they did not wish for this expedition to happen. In fact, they refused the Countessa. So, there's a bit of bad blood, maybe, between them. I made a deal with her, and used what was left of my reputation to get the job. I do not mean to disappoint her.
A door that leads deep into a dragon keep. What is behind this door, Marcos? Do you know?
I am afraid I do not. But, I mean, I could tell you of the story of the city of Wyrmfall, if you like.
At this point, Hum is probably finishing up his circle and sits down next to the fire and just glares at him as if to say, "I am ready to hear."
Yes, Marcos, go ahead. For this beautiful night does deserve a story.
So, the great city of Tasseldel was a shining Eldrin kingdom, the largest ever made, with massive towers and waterfalls that fell from them. And it was a masterpiece of creation, Eldrin art and magic. Then one day the ancient race of dragon worshippers, the Thok, they laid siege to the kingdom and attacked the castle with the help of many mighty dragons. Yazernak, a rebel dragon from the Shadanar territory, he learned of this attack and brought with him the remainder of his clan. They helped defend the Eldrin, but fell in battle with the Dark Dragons. They were able to hold off the Dark Army long enough, though, for many Eldrin people to escape into the forest. Many dragons did fall during the battle, hence the name. But the queen remembers looking back to the castle as she fled with her princess in hand, still a baby. Yazernak tangled with the leader of the Dark Dragons, and then they fell, smashing through the mighty North Tower, brought it down upon the city. So the name Wyrmfall now claims the ruins that once held the Eldrin Kingdom of Light. They say it was beautiful, a beacon of hope, the capital of the Elder Kingdoms. The Eldrin people do not travel there anymore, though. Painful memory, even though it was generations ago. For ages, Wyrmfall was occupied by the Thok army after the attack. But now, even the Thok have vanished. Many adventurers have gone there seeking glory, and many have not returned. Some have told tales that the city was finally totally destroyed by the age of falling, and he points up to the moon. He says that is what ended the Thok, is when the moon was shattered and the pieces fell to the world. And he just nods and he takes a bite of his food and passes some over.
Gat takes the food, takes a little bite of it, and then hands it over to Simon. While chewing, he nods, listening to Marcos' story.
Simon looks at the large piece in his hand and breaks it in half, giving half to Hum and keeping half to himself.
Yeah, Hum will reach out for it and bring it up to his face and to the left side of his face, and the three vertical mouths on the left side of his face all take like a bite and begin chewing as he passes it back to Marcos.
He says, it is going to be a long time before we reach Wyrmfall, though. And he pats his map, and he says, but there are other places along the way that we can raid as well.
Yeah, that catches Hum's attention, and then he looks at him with his interest perked and says,
Raid? Do you intend to? Whom do you intend to raid?
And then he seems to catch the the interest there, and he says, especially because of his wording, and he says, oh, I mean, plunder, like other ruins. I am not a bandit.
and Hum, his right eye it's all like, it's just like a empty spot of a skull. and with his left eye, he presumably like looking at Simon and Gath, kind of a look of worry.
Cat catches the look from Hum, look towards Marcos and Simon. Is your plan to plunder sites along the way, Marcos, so we may reach Wyrmfall stronger?
Indeed. It is, my friend. And he looks over everyone. He says, I am sure everyone could use for some extra armor, some weapons.
Yeah, Hum, knowing that he doesn't have the best of those, looks down and looks at Marcos and says,
I'm ready to slay the foul creatures of this night. That will make us stronger. But
with a look of determination, he says it.
He looks at you for a minute, inquisitively, and he says, I am sorry, I do not mean to pry, but, how is it that you came to lose your eye?
Hum grows quiet and looks at him with his one eye just dead in the face.
demons. All creatures that invade this world.
And as if to say, like, I am done talking about this. Like, he doesn't want to go any further. That's kind of like the tone in his voice. Like, nope.
That's part of your lost, your traits, right? Like a lost love or something too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a willpower check then? You just go up to attributes and click willpower. I think you have a target number 6. Okay, so yeah, it does. It definitely bothers you some, to the point where you will take a mental point if you go on your character.
Mm-hmm.
Mental fatigue points. Just click the next level there.
Is that mental condition? Just move it to 10%? Minus?
Correct.
Got it.
And he says, I am sorry, my friend. I know it could be a sour thing to talk of. I obviously have lost my eye as well. It was to a duel, a foolish attempt at bravery on my part with a Rothic swordsman. And you would know what he's talking about. I mean, you're from this world anyway. Roth is the place that you guys are about to go through. And it's filled with the Skog warriors. Skogs are almost like a mix between a Gnoll and a Klingon. If you can picture that.
That's awesome.
And he
So
says...
would we know those creatures to be like quite dangerous and aggressive?
Yeah, they're definitely an aggressive race and very warlike. But I mean, you haven't seen the map or anything, so you don't really know what your options would be, really. But he does have a map if you're ever inquisitive about it.
When Marcus talks about his brave but foolish encounter, he pipes up. But was the reason just, Marcos? If so, It can't be for foolish reasons.
Hold on just a second. I have a bit of some background. Give me just a minute.
No problem.
Just excuse the screaming in the background. Everything's fine.
He's getting the skog ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and I know that he's getting his thing, but I think Helm would kind of like shift uneasily in his seat as he's just listening to Marcus, because he's kind of agitated, but he's trying to do right by his employer and listen.
Simon's just kind of looking about, wondering when Fenrir is going to get back. It's been quite a while since he's been gone, and he's not usually gone for this long.
So Marco says, it was over an insult, a foolish thing. I was younger and I didn't take it too well, I guess.
The things we do when we are young.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, Hum chuckles at that.
And at about that time, you can see the Varg approaching with some kill fresh in its mouth. And he runs up to the camp. And if you guys are good, we'll move on to the next scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
Helm would be the first one to take watch, because wanting everybody to rest, and he would be definitely listening out for trouble, just in case, because he still remembers that Marcus had a disagreement with somebody, and he's still on high alert.
Yeah, cool. First watch. Who would like to take the last watch?
Simon and Fenrir will take second.
So Gath will take last watch. So around the time when Simon wakes Gath from his sleep to take watch, Gath, wishes Simon a good night's rest. We have a long journey ahead. Get some rest. I will keep an eye out.
Stay well, brother. It's cold outside.
I will. And then once Gath has made sure everybody's sleeping, he starts, it's almost like a hum-like chant, not too loud, but, it goes something like... He just, keeps an eye out about the place and is, hum chanting to himself.
All right. You guys do make it through the night. No problems. Nothing busts out of the woods after you. Or off across the plains. Back into the wagon, traveling again. He seems to keep a hasty pace, but it's not as rushed as it was the night before. And sorry, I should ping where you guys are.
Thank you.
So riding along, everybody, I would like you to make a new perception check, though.
As a question from last night, has my mana restored?
You had only lost 10,
Mm-hmm.
so you would actually gain back a D20. and that is going to be times 6 for the hours that you sleep.
Okay, yes, that's like 60 something mana.
Very good. So yeah, sleeping fills you.
Me and Zephyr over here rolling amazing.
Yes.
You guys must be doing something. Concentrating on something in the wagon or something.
Yeah.
Right. That's enough. Simon, as you guys are riding in the wagon, and you find yourselves going back through some trees, through some scattered trees, and the snow is light. He seems kind of happy just riding along. And you hear the footfalls of hoof prints on the snow behind you. You're given a chance to like look back and see riders coming up fast on you. They seem to be donned in robes, and some of them have armor and pretty decent weapons. One even has a helmet on. You can see, you think that they're wearing the symbols of the Pantheos Cathedral, and they look determined to catch you guys.
Okay. As Simon notes, he just quickly shouts to everyone's attention. Look back. There are some men. They don't look too happy that we're here.
Yeah, humble looking Marcos feeling.
Who exactly is it that you disagreed with?
He turns around and his face totally changes to, oh shit. And he says, it was probably them. I think they are here for the scroll. We must defend ourselves, brother.
Gat looks at Marcos. Ride faster while we do what we can. Do not stop for any reason.
And he nods and he shouts, fight well, brothers! And he like slaps the reins, and he is just hauling ass as fast as he can go now. And you guys go ahead and do an initiative. You can click on your token, and should be a button up there at the top.
So what, I know you're preparing stuff. This cathedral town that we were just in, what is the god that they worship? Was it a good god, a bad god? Did they have like a good reputation, a bad reputation?
It is, the Pantheos Cathedral holds like a huge cathedral to many different gods. It's like they honor like all of them there, you know what I mean? So there's different shrines and stuff like that. And they have this group called the Order, which, you know what I mean, it's kind of seen as they try to be the Holy Order, you know what I mean? But to some, they're just terrible people. So it kind of depends on, you know, where you live and who's looking at it, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so he hits the reins, and let me roll his skill at driving. It takes, you know, it's at least a few minutes of just riding fast through the snow and cutting down the roads and stuff like that, cutting back and forth. It's not just a straight road everywhere, you know. So I want to see how well he's riding, and he's doing a good job. He's cutting back and forth. I have this cool tool I'm going to use here called Group Initiative button. And of course, they're single riders, so they all seem to be doing very well. I'm going to make this Temple Guard's roll, though, for his skill check. If he does not beat a target number 5, he does not do so well on his riding. Oh, and he's doing really well. But as of right now, Marcos is, doing better than him, so that guy's not advancing. He's kind of staying right there for this turn. You know what I mean? Oh wow, it even picked the horses up in the initiative. We're not going to do that.
That's fine.
We're not going to do that. The Templar.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that and I was like, I'm not going anytime soon.
Let me check this guy out. Oh, the Templar's gaining. My lord. Alright, you notice the Templar, he's like one of the heaviest, the most heavy armor guys. He is riding up really fast, and you guys can tell that he's going to catch you soon,
Yeah.
Take this one out. Take this one out. But in his hand, he's got one hand on the reins, and he draws a big blade out in his other hand as he's riding. Now it is Nahar.
So, how open is this path that we're on? Are there low-hanging branches? Are there things sticking out into the path, or is it as clear as the map?
It is pretty clear, but I think I know where you're going with this. Let me see. Go ahead and roll a percentile. I'll say 30% chance that there is something, what you're kind of looking for here. No, it is very open.
Okay, so then, so what Hum's going to do is move to the back corner where kind of like one hand holding onto the, I know, a 100 wasted, I'm so sad. He's going to hold onto the wagon with one hand. As he's walking up, he puts his spiked knuckles on his right hand, and he's just waiting for this dude to get closer, because there's not a whole lot he can do until that happens.
Yeah. You could throw something. Oh, you don't want to throw your only thing, though.
Yeah, if I had a bunch of stuff to... Well, is there anything in the wagon? Actually, that's a good question. Is there anything in the wagon that looks... that we don't really need?
I would say... Ooh. That you don't need... That's rough. Probably everything in there is something you're going to want to keep. I mean, at a quick glance, you can see like a small keg, which is your water supply. There's a crate right there, which has some of your food in it. And then there's the furs, which they're using for blankets and stuff. So.
Okay, so then, he'll stick to the plan, just kind of wait for something to get closer.
Alright. Gath, it is your turn.
So, on the ground, is there things like roots or vines sticking out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I'm going to try and ensnare on the Templar that is advancing towards us. Trying to ensnare the the hooves, the feet of the advancing horse.
Perfect. Now, you have 2 actions. I think your spell ensnare takes your 2 actions.
Yes, you're right. Casting time says 2.
You also have 2 frenzy. If you really wanted to, you could spend 1 action to concentrate, which would give you an additional +2, and then cast, and that would be burning one of your frenzy points. Everybody can burn up to 2 frenzy per round.
Per round. Okay. Okay. Yes, I would like to do that. So, just 1 minute though. When I click on my token, it doesn't bring up my macros.
Oh.
Maybe I'm in the background.
Okay, let me put you up front there. If you click off and then click back on now, do you get it?
No. Oh wait, 1 minute. Huh? I think I figured out what it is. Now I have it. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So,
You can go to casting.
casting, right? Yeah, casting. And snare.
Yeah, and then when the modifier pops up, just put a 2 in there for concentrating.
Okay. Submit.
Nice, 13. Now he has to match or beat a 13. Is what he's trying to do. You and since you used a frenzy,
Yes,
that's your red bubble. You can take him off your red bubble there.
Okay, 6. And mana drain is 14, so that's on the 68, correct?
The blue bubble. Yeah.
Blue bubble. Okay, cool, awesome. So now I can keep track of this myself. Awesome, thanks.
Sweet. And sadly the vines miss him as they go up underneath him, and he kind of just rides right over them.
Okay,
Good
cool.
idea.
And I just want to confirm one more thing. I do have this thing called Battle Chant, which goes at the end of all my actions. Do I still need to have an action for that?
No, actually, you're free to do that after your turn is finished. So,
Okay.
so right
So
now
I'm
would be
gonna
perfect.
Perfect. So this is how it's going to look. So once he says that to Marcos to drive, to ride and not stop for anything, Gat turns around and looks at the advancing Templar, and he's like, "You shall stay where you are." And he kind of, from a throaty growl, he kind of extends his hand out, his left hand, and there seems to be something clutched within the hand, and he's trying to will these roots and vines to kind of grow from the ground, and as they start growing, he notices the Templar notices it as well and just jumps out of the way, and he's like and he kind of starts chanting again to regenerate his mana. And how do I do that part, the battle chant? Just go into the skills?
Yep, that'll be one of his skills. And whatever you roll on the battle chant, that's how much mana you get back. So you could
Awesome.
fill yourself back up.
Ooh.
Nice.
Go back to full. Nice.
Battle chant's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Alright. That was Gath. The Watch Sarge. Let's see how he's riding today. Nine. He's not advancing any further than that. It is now Marcos's turn, which he is busy driving, but he's got to remake his roll for this round to keep up his great driving ability. Hopefully he rolls well and keeps going. Wait a minute! Oh my goodness!
Oh,
He rolled.
no, that
He rolled
is-
two ones. Oh no!
Do it, Rogue, do it.
Oh no!
Do it.
Oh man! So he looks back, trying to get a hold on what's going on and how fast that they're gaining on him, if so. And as he turns back, he realizes that he is driven too close to the woods, you notice a log ends up smashing one of the back tires, just splintering it into pieces, and it jolts the whole entire wagon. Just everybody make a dexterity check or a strength check. It's up to you if you want to try holding on or using your agility to keep on there. Humnahar is able to hold on. And Zypher, it looks like Gath is about to fall off. Yeah, you see Gath appears to be falling off of the side of the wagon. Since it's not a total fumble though, Gath is just hanging onto the side of the wagon, but on the outside actually right now.
Cool. So as that happens, he's just set the spell out, he's chanting, and then, the back tire kind of goes off, and Gath almost gets pushed from the, it's almost like getting pushed from the back of the wagon, and you can see that he's flailing as he's falling back, and just in time he reaches his right hand off, never lets go what's in his right hand, and he starts, barely holding on to the railings, and he's kind of teetering back and forth.
Marcos falls back a little bit, but he grabs a hold of the reins and oh shit! He starts to look back at the rest of you, hoping that you're all right, and looks over and sees Gath. Much to his surprise, Simon, it is your turn.
Okay. So obviously I'm gonna grab Gath and just try and pull him back onto the wagon. Do I need to do any particular roll for that? I don't think I have a get on well.
You can make a strength check. Just hopefully, don't roll a. I don't want to curse you by saying it.
So 5, is he back on?
Yeah, you're able to help him up.
So when I'm summoning things, I have to draw the sigil, right?
Correct.
So there's no way I could I, for example, draw on a piece of paper and then have it come out of paper?
I would imagine that you would have things like blood or chalk or what I mean, something to write on. Even in the back of the wagon.
Okay. So someone's gonna frantically just fumble through his bag, grab out a long piece of chalk, and just scratch in the triangle 3 circles as quickly as possible to try and summon Fenrir. Is he here?
Is a success.
Okay. As Fenrir appears, I'm going to roll for riding to get on Fenrir and me and Fenrir get off of the carriage, so we can be riding separately. It's 5 minutes.
Yes, but you'll have to continue that next round. But yes, he appears right after you help pull Gath up. You're able to create the spell to summon the Varg, and you're about to jump onto him right now.
Wait, can I not jump onto him now? I just get him ready.
Yeah, you'd be on his back right now. Okay. So you guys would be next to the wagon, we'll say, all right?
Yeah, for now.
All right, it is the elf. There's one of those pointy-eared guys with these Templars here. He is awesomely gaining on you guys too. He is going to burn 2 frenzy, and he's going to fire an arrow at Hum Nahar while he's riding. Alright, so this is coming at you, Hum Nahar.
Sounds good.
You do have a little bit of cover from the back of the wagon there. So give yourself an extra +2 to defend when if you click on your defense button. The modifier will pop up and you can just hit a 2 in there. Oh, that's a garbage shot. That's a really horrible shot. He totally misses you.
Yeah, he like moves out of the way just in time.
That one doesn't advance. This guard has a crossbow that he's produced while he's riding. Let's see if he sucks. And he does suck.
He does.
He's gonna have to shoot from back there.
Yeah!
He's gonna burn 2 frenzy. Looks like he's fumbling while he's riding, and he's like trying to keep himself on the horse, and fires the crossbow bolt. Let's see, 1, 2. 1, 2, it'll be at Gath. 3, 4 at Hum Nahar. Right. Oh, I have the GM button clicked on. Sorry, it is a 2. I promise. Alright. And this is a quick shot, and he is riding, and he's not riding too well, so he suffers a negative modifier as well. And this is going to be the same with you, Zypher. You can get a little bit of cover from that back of the wagon there.
Okay.
You can add a 2 to your
To my
defense.
defense, right? And that is dodge.
Yeah, that would be dodge.
Okay.
No way!
So Gat, you know, he Simon just pulled him, you know, from the brink of being run over by all these horses, and you know, after Simon pulls him, he, you know, conjures the warg and jumps on the warg. Gat is back on the back of the trailer, and he's like completely shaken, and then he hears that whiz of an arrow, and he's just too late to get out of the way.
So, you do have an armor of 6. It says there, your TAV on your defense roll. So it soaks the 14 damage that was done, so you actually only take 8. And the 8 is from your green bubble.
Green bubble. Okay, sounds good.
And so your armor does help you a little bit. Let me see that blood splatter.
That's so cool.
I love that.
That's like, ah!
Oh no!
Try not to die.
I took the guy out of the turn order. Now I can't remember. Oh, he was right after the crossbow guy. So that was right. Sorry, that's me messing up there. Alright.
I've got a quick question about my arg. Would he be a separate initiative to me?
No, we'll let him go at the same time with you. But when you first summon him too, it basically takes a round for him to be able to really act. So we'll say he's going to go with you on your turn now. This temple guard is gaining So he rides right up to the back. And you can see he pulls out a spiked mace. Oh, no, sorry, he's got a short sword. He's coming at you, Hum-Naha. He swings his blade as he rides up next to the wagon. 7. Now you can, yep. Sweet, dodged.
Sweet.
Now it's Hum-Nahar.
So just so I don't like being a teacher's pet, but did the Templar get to go? Because I know he was before me.
Did I skip him?
I believe so.
I think he went, but he failed his roll, so he didn't gain any. Or was that
15.
someone
Oh,
else?
he's at the top of the order, I think. Oh, yeah, it did skip him, didn't it? It went right by him. It does that sometimes when I click the, when I click it, it seems to jump 2 people sometimes.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Alright, thank you. Let's see if the Templar... Hopefully he doesn't do anything terrible. Oh!
Yes!
Guess those vines did do something.
Nice!
Yeah, you see his horse just trips, and he goes flying and wipes out in the snow. So we're gonna say he's right there right now, tumbling, which is 46 damage at this speed.
Nice. Oh, wow!
Nice, he takes 22 damage. Yeah, you can see the horse just, you know, plants its face in the snow, and he flies off and rolls a couple of feet and slides. Gets pretty mangled. All right, Hum-Nahar.
Alright, so I just want to make certain I got the correct picture in my head, because I know that Marcos kind of drove us into the forest and you said the back wheel splintered. So I pictured us like skidding almost to a halt because of that back wheel. Is that what you were going for?
Right now, you guys are kind of slowing. I think it's still operational, you know, but we'll see what happens next round with Marcos driving. But right now, yeah, it's definitely slower because of the wheel.
All right, cool. So yeah, Hum-Nahar, here it is, spiked knuckles on, and he looks at the temple guard and just says,
Hopefully this ark accepts humans as well.
and then he charges up his fist for a chi strike, and is gonna do that's his whole action. So I guess it'll be a strong punch with this. I like the blood. That was awesome. He just wants to do a strong punch with chi behind it on this temple guard.
Okay, so that'll be 2 of your actions. All right.
Alright, so when I go to attacks, I choose form of attack, spiked knuckles, and chi strike.
Yeah. You actually have 3 unarmed actions because you put all your points into that martial arts and built it up. So if you want to, you could concentrate this for that 1 action, gain an extra +2 to hit, and then do the 2 actions heavy attack.
Yes.
You understand? Does that make sense?
Oh, that's right, because I get 3 attacks because of
That's
martial arts. I remember,
3 actions,
that's
yep.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I'll get the +2 to hit, and then I will charge up the attack with the chi strike and just try and punch him off his horse.
Sweet. So under your attacks, I think I put them on there for you. It should have like the spikes with chi,
Yes.
I believe. And that'll roll your chi for you and everything.
For actions, do I put 2?
2, yeah. Or 3. Yeah, it doesn't matter there. You're good. You only drain 3. And that's a pretty nice attack. Hard to defend that.
Nice.
He's got to match or beat a 20. And he rolls a nat 1.
Nice.
Now go ahead and click damage. And click the same thing, the spike knuckles with chi strike. And no modifier, but when the multiplier pops up, you're gonna put a 2 in there and hit enter. Because a heavy attack is times 2. So tell me how you kill this guy.
Okay, so I think what happens is the guy like strikes at him with his sword, and then like as he's kind of like overextended, Hum-Nahar just like you see like power like glowing in his hand, and he just like straight up uppercuts him like off of his horse. And I think like maybe at that exact moment there's like a tree going by, and he punches him so forcefully up he gets impaled on one of the limbs and is just hanging there for his friends to see.
Nice.
Nice. That guy is out of there. And that's good for Hum-Nahar. It is Gath.
Gat turns around after being hit by an arrow. He doesn't know who it is because his back was towards them. So he sees the closest elven Templar, which I think is this one. And going to burn a frenzy, do the concentration, and this time I'm going to go for the set this guy on fire.
Nice.
Ignite. So ignite. Casting.
And then extra 2 modifier.
Extra 2. Oh.
Come on. That's a rough roll. It still could get him though. Tygo's defender. But that's a 1 action spell, and you concentrated for 1, so that was 2 actions. So you could do the same thing with burning 2 frenzy.
All right, I'm going to do it again. 4 frenzy. Ignite. 2. No 2 this time, right?
Yes, 2, because you're
2,
concentrating. 1 action concentrating on 1 and throw.
Oh,
Come on! If you want to, once per round, you can call on the spirits, or once per combat, you can try to call on the spirits to assist you. And you make an SI roll, which is at the top on your tokens.
okay, awesome. So I'm going to try that as well. I'll just RP all of that.
And hopefully it's a success. Oh.
No. So Gat, as he's being hit, he turns around, sees the Elven Templar, riding towards them. He raises his left fist again, and with his right hand, he kind of like hums out and raises his fingers to the sky, and you can see flames starting to erupt around the Elven Templar, but he just rides around it. Gat shakes his head in frustration and attempts again the same movement, but this time again the flames start to appear around the Elven Templar, and he kind of feels that it might not work, and he closes his eyes. Oh, Father, help me! And this time still the Templar just still rides through it.
I was rooting for you, damn it. Oh, the Sarge is really gaining. Let's see, he can move a max of 12. There. He's still quite not there, but he's riding up fast. And it's Marcos' turn to roll. Now he has a broken wheel. He's suffering a -2. I think it's already in place.
I believe in you, Marcos. Yeah!
Oh, man! Nice. Alright, so Marcos slaps the reins. There's not much he can do missing the wheel, but he's able to pull it off somehow. He's sliding through the snow and gets back on the road, on the sand, or the worn part of the road, and he looks back to make sure everybody's all right, and he smiles and he nods. Simon, your turn.
So, as a question, is Tempest falling off right now? Does maybe I left it?
Turn this down. Oh, what'd you say?
This Templar fell off, didn't it?
Yeah, the Templar. He's on the ground right now.
What is the movement for Fenrir? How much can he move?
You could go, let me see, if you click on him and open him. Oh, I don't know if you have...
I don't have the ability to do that.
Let me give you operation of him.
Okay.
Because you should be able to control him. There we go. Should be available now. Under his attributes, if you go to dexterity, I have to look as well. Okay, so he can move 8 hexes, but he can run 16.
I can't see his character sheet, all I have is
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
so I don't see his movement anywhere.
Oh, on next to his dexterity?
I don't have access to his sheet.
Did I assign it to you? Yeah. I wonder why it's not working. Anyway, where would you like him to go? I'll put him where you need.
Now. Yep. Am I able to move next to this guard with the crossbow?
Definitely.
Okay. So Fenrir, I'm going to go over there. Fenrir can make an attack still, correct?
He can, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to bite the guard. How many actions?
He has 2. So he can do a heavy if you want to.
Do a heavy bite with 2 actions.
Alright. Oh, you did roll for him. Sorry, I rolled after. That was a critical hit. Is he attacking the horse?
No, he's attacking the person on the horse.
The guard? Okay. And for critical hit attacks, you have to roll a critical to defend it. And he does not do that. So that is a hit. Now you can click on him and you go up to damage and go to the bite, skip the modifier, but when it says power damage or multiplier, put a 2 in there and hit. Oh, actually, put a 4 in there because it's a critical and it's a heavy. So you put a 4 in there and then hit enter. That means that the damage is multiplied by 4. Alright, so how does he kill this guard?
So Fenrir runs up next to the horse, he grabs him by the upper thigh and just rips him off, smashing him side to side.
And the horse freaks out. You can just see the fear in its eyes as its rider is getting torn to pieces. You can still act as well if you
So,
want to cast a spell.
Can Fenrir move anymore, or is that game over?
That's it for him.
Okay, for the guard, I am going to cast Wither.
Awesome.
There's a 7.
And I will give you... He's going to suffer a modifier for being at his back. But it still misses him. You
Okay.
can burn 2 Frenzy and try it again if you like. It did take
Yeah.
26 of your mana though. So that'll be
I'll do it.
26 off of... Oh, you're good. You're good.
So -2 to my red one.
Yeah.
And then I'll just cast it again.
Yeah.
Any modifiers?
No.
14.
I think it got him. It did. And now when you click on spell effect, you click on wither. No modifiers, but power damage is your level, whatever your level character is, and it's 3 right now.
It's a multiplier of 3, correct?
And that just advances with your level. 12. Nice. So what's that look like? Is it doesn't kill him, but it hurts him pretty bad. It's like dehydrating.
So as the Simon's on Fenrir, he puts his hand out with this black and red tendril just leap from his arm, hitting the guard, missing the guard. But as it goes over his shoulder, they loop back and get him around the neck, and they look like they're pulsating. As the guard just grips onto them and has to tear them off, leaving large wounds on his chest.
Awesome. Now we got this elf.
Oh my gosh!
He ends up wiping out as well. And he is going to take the 4d6 of unhappiness. Damage. He starts rolling as the horse goes into the woods. Yeah, the guard that you pulled the wither on, you can see he like starts to rock back and forth and howl in pain, and he like turns towards you, his blade in his hand. He starts to ride at you. It's gonna see if... Alright. He comes charging towards you. And he pulls his blade back. He's going to do a quick attack at you with his short sword. Eight. And you can dodge, or if you have a melee weapon in your hand, you can block with melee weapon.
I have a weapon, but it won't be in my hand. What do I need to roll to dodge?
Go up to the top. When you click on your token, you can see defense up there. And then...
Yep.
There you go. Oh, it hits you.
Oof.
Oof. 22
Yeah, that's
damage.
rough.
That was a bad one. You have only 1 armor, looks like. So you take 21 damage. That's nasty. That's enough to knock you down. So it's possible it might knock you off the Varg. Click on your token and you can click your writing skill. If you need to match a target 5. Nice, you're able to stay on, even though the blade like catches you. Alright. Oh, that was only his one attack. He's got one more, he's coming at you. As you like pull yourself back up, you see him swipe again with the next one. Nice. You're able to dodge that one though. That's a dead guard. The Templar. The Templar is on the ground at the moment, but he gets back up and he's looking around. He sees Simon, he sees his horse, so he starts to run over towards his horse, which is like over here. And he gets on his horse, and that's basically all he can do. Humnahar.
Okay, so what I would like to do with Hum is, first thing he's going to do is step in front of Gaff, because he doesn't want anybody attacking him anymore. Just wants to like be a shield. And I don't know if I can do this, but I'd like to maybe like ready an action. So if the watch sergeant gets close enough, I can punch him.
Yeah.
Or if I have to, I can do that.
Yeah, definitely. You can hold an action. And you take a -1 for every action you want to hold. So if you want to hold a heavy attack, it'll be -2 when you do pull off that heavy attack, but you're basically holding it specifically for when Watch Sergeant comes up, right?
Yeah.
And it's up to you if you want to hold more. If you want to hold like all 3, you could be like -3 to the attacks.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just ready a big, super big attack. So I'll take a -3 to it.
Okay, cool.
That's my turn.
So you get there and you defend Rainspeaker. All right, it is Rainspeaker's turn.
Gat is going to see Simon getting attacked in the distance, and he's going to send try and light up that guard again with just 2 actions.
Okay, so 1 to concentrate and then 1 to fire the ignite. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. And that's the one that's attacking Simon. Yeah.
Yes, that's the one that's attacking Simon.
Okay. That one is actually that's good because he's busy fighting him. He's going to take some modifiers.
Awesome. One.
Got him.
Went here.
Oh no! What is that? You rolled a 1.
And the 2 modified because I was concentrating.
Oh, it should.
Does that still work?
It's also it's supposed to be times your level. Or oh wait a minute, ignite and douse. I think that's times 2. So it should be 6 damage.
6 damage.
Nice. All right. So he does catch on fire, and this gets worse as it increases.
Yes, he has to spend an action to undo it.
So you can go ahead and describe that as he catches on fire. It definitely becomes a concern to him.
So Simon, Gat sees Simon being attacked by the guard. He sees Hamnahar step in front of him. He kind of peeks over Hamnahar's shoulders, and then he clenches his left hand and raises his right hand, fingers to the sky, and flame. And he sees the guard catch on fire. Mentally, he's just a little happy because he's worried the rest of his troop might think he's useless. And then he screams his battle chant again.
If you want to, before that, you can burn 2 frenzy and do that again if you like. That's up to you, though.
Why not? Let's do that.
Okay. You got one left after this.
Yep. Same thing, concentrate and then shoot. Come on. Yes! That's
I
much
believe in
better.
you.
That's much better.
Yeah!
Nice. And it'll be, you put in power 3
Yes.
for the spell effect on this one.
Spell effect of power 3. Oh, okay, yes.
I think it'll just say multiplier or something like that. Put a 3
Okay.
in.
Come on. 3 modifier.
Let's get some explosions.
Okay, just ignore the modifier of 3, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. There we go. Oh, that kills him. What's it look like?
So, he sends the first ignite across, and he sees that he's actually on fire, and then he kind of feels, this renewed sense of confidence, and he's like, again, and he sends it out again towards the guy, and he sees him just engulfed in flames.
Perfect. And the watch sergeant, he is charging up now. And you can go ahead and act Hamnahar.
Okay, so yeah, as the watch sergeant gets close, he just again charges at this punch again with chi, and is going to look for that perfect moment and just try and cold cock him right in the head.
We'll have to talk about this disagreement you have with the Order later, Marcus.
And then he just bam. So do I do a ×3 hit?
No. One would be to concentrate because you don't have combo attack yet. This would be I guess, concentrating for 1 and then a heavy attack. Unless you want to do a heavy attack and then a single attack, you can do that.
How much does concentrating offset my negative? Is it +2?
+2, yeah.
Okay, so it's just it'll just be a wash then, yes?
Yeah, it'll be at a -1. Since you held 3 actions, yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's my bad. Okay, cool. So yeah, he comes close, and then actions. This is 2 or 3?
This will be 3.
'Cause 1 was con.
Oh yeah, yeah, that works too.
So 2 because he took 1 to concentrate. Not bad.
6 chi drain, 15 to hit. And he's coming up fully pulled back, ready to hit you, and then he gets hit.
Nice.
That's gonna be power 2. The damage.
Okay, go ahead. Roll that damage. So this is Spike Knuckles Cheese Strike, modifier 0 ×2. Nice.
My God, he is blowing up.
Nice.
That actually does not kill him, but it's gonna make a check or fall off. Target number 5. He's still on the horse.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I'm glad. It's awesome that I did damage.
Yeah. He looks a little bit tougher than some of them. All right. Marcos did roll really well on his driving skill, but the wagon being torn up as it is, it's hard to get away from guys on horses. So he is still going to try, though. He's still going to try to ride. Right. I'm going to move him a little bit. Because we do have some people on the ground now. Alright. And it is Simon's turn. What you gonna do, Simon?
So Simon's going to attack first on Fenrir, and on this Templar I'm going to cast Wither again.
Right. Oh, which one's Simon? The creature going after?
Oh no, Simon's summoning first. He's not running. Simon's going to take first action
Oh, okay.
on this Templar.
And he is currently running up to the horse and trying to get on. He's got his back to you, pretty much, as he's getting onto the horse, and it hits him.
I can use both actions, can't I, to get the ×3?
What's that?
How did I get the ×3 damage last time?
Oh, that's your power damage. That's your level.
Okay.
So just click on the spell effects, and then go to Wither, and then power 3 or multiplier 3. That'll always be so for whatever spell.
21.
21. That does not kill him, but he looks horribly weakened by it.
Can I use 2 of my frenzy points to do that again?
Yes. And he...
What's that?
He's got to make a body save now. If he fails, which he does, he's going to suffer negative modifiers. Right. So this is going to be... Oh, this is -4 to whatever I just rolled.
So, I hit 5.
Ah! Barely hit. He was on the ground. He had fallen off the horse from your Wither, fell to the ground, and then the second one hits him. Go ahead and do the damage again. And that kills him. What does it look like when he dies? How does Simon kill that guy?
Sorry, my mic was muted, my bad. Simon extends
That's
his
okay.
hand, and 2 big, what look like red and black leeches come out circling each other. One of the Templar on the chest, knocking him off the horse and just hunting up onto him. And as he tries to pull it off, another one just hits him this side of the neck, and they just drain his mouth.
Nice. It is not looking well for these guys. The Elven Templar...
Fenrir still has his time.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So, am I able to move up to here?
Definitely.
Actually, do I have enough movement to move here, then move there?
Let's see. Oh, I think so. I think he can run 16. Let me see. What is that? That's 5 to there. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we can run here. Can Simon get on the horse?
Yeah.
If Simon gets on the horse, and then Fenrir runs to the Templar, and both actions bites him.
Heavy attack on the Elven Templar. He's like grabbing an arrow and getting ready to shoot at somebody, and like running towards the middle of the road, and sees the Varg coming.
Let's attacks.
His eyes go wide, and he tries to roll out of the way. Does he? He does.
Can I use my 2 frenzy points on Fenrir to do that?
The
again?
Varg, yeah, the Varg, yeah. He can. He's got 2 frenzy. He can do it again. That's the only time he can do it, but it's worth it right now.
Would that be 1 or 2 actions?
2 for a heavy.
Oh, that was a 3. That's my bad. Let me redo that.
That's all good. Doesn't take anything off of it. It's pretty much just to show people what he's gonna try to dodge again. He does. It is now the Elven Templar's turn. He's gonna try to shoot the Varg.
No.
He's gonna aim. Oh, critical. Go ahead and roll the Varg's dodge. He has to roll a 20 though. And just so everybody knows, anytime you roll a critical defense, you get an instant riposte action towards whoever you're fighting.
Okay.
It's going to be a critical times 2. 28 damage to the Varg. That hurt a bit. The Varg has an armor of 4 though, so he takes 24. So it yelps, it actually knocks him to the ground, and that one's dead. He's over there burning. This Templar's dead. He's withered. Looks like that dude from that picked the wrong grail. He chose poor.
Nice. You chose. Cool.
Humnahar's turn.
Yeah, so Humnahar is going to do the same thing he did last time. Just kind of like ready up, and he looks back at the watch sergeant and just kind of like shakes his head and like wags his finger as if to say, please don't make me hurt you anymore.
Yeah. Nice.
But in the event that he does get close, he's going to ready another action. He'll ready the same exact combo he did last time, a concentration with a strong hit, should the watch sergeant drop it.
Nice. And it'll be Gath.
Gath is going to see that the Simon's Varg is now loose upon that last Elven Templar and it's been hit by him. He's going to try and ensnare the Templar again, so that, and he's going to concentrate. No concentrate.
No concentrate, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like I messed you up last time. But
Yeah. No concentrate and just go for the ensnare on that guard. All right. Come on.
Alright, he is busy fighting the Varg over there.
Yes.
So hopefully... Nice! Since he is busy fighting the Varg, he was not paying attention.
Nice. So
And he
he's
is
now-
tangled. Yeah, you got him. You can go ahead and describe him.
So as he sees the Varg fighting and being hit by him, he's like, again he raises his hand. You shall not hurt anyone. And then he raises his hand to the sky and then kind of brings it down back into the air, like as if he's slamming someone. And that at the moment, these vines kind of just sprout out of the ground all around the Elven Templar and start wrapping and grabbing around his feet.
Nice. Mechanically, he's pretty messed up. He's going to suffer heavy negatives. And you have 1 frenzy if you want to spend it. I think you could throw a quick ignite if you wanted to, but that's up to you.
No, I'll just keep it just in case.
Cool. Alright. The Watch Sergeant, I'm going to actually make him do a willpower check. It doesn't look so good for them. Target number 8 for this. He's looking at Humnahar and he's like, no. no, we're gonna get our ass kicked. And he turns the horse around. He seems just like, this look of disdain on his face as he's holding his blade, and he like frowns and turns, and he starts to run or ride away. As he rides, he's going to try to reach and grab a hold of the elf's hand and try to help him pull out. Do you see the spell description there, Zypher? Does it say like a strength check or a target number or anything that they have to break out of?
Yeah, just give me a moment. Calling upon vines. Victim may make a strength check versus a resisted willpower check against the caster for 2 unarmed actions to try and break through.
So you got to make a willpower check here, and you have to beat his 10. You have to get an 11. Or actually, you have to get a 10 or higher.
I don't have willpower. Oh, 10 or higher. Yes.
Nice. So he's trying, but to no avail. And Marcos looks back. He says, "Is it over, my friends? Is everyone all right? Where is Simon?" He can't really see him.
Yeah,
Simon's taking care of the enemies behind us.
Sorry, Zypher.
No problem. That's perfect.
And he starts to slow down a little bit as he's looking back, but he says, I do not want to go back. We must keep moving.
Gat looks at Marcos and he says, "No, do not slow down. I can see him on a horse. He will catch up." And then he turns around and shouts, "Simon!"
It's Simon's turn.
Someone's gonna hear Gas shout his name, and he's just gonna run with the horse. I can't move the horse over, like... Can I make it that far? Do I need to... Okay, yeah.
Initial charge on a horse when you first jump on it is 12 hexes. So I'll go ahead and move him. And you can make your riding check.
I guess I can move to here, not do my riding check. Oof.
Luckily that's not 2 ones. You're good.
Okay, and then as I've got over here, the Fenrir. So these two are running away, correct? These two are leaving.
He seems like he's trying to get the elf out of the ensnare, the vines wrapped around him. He's like trying to pull on him, but he's not breaking him free. The Varg is... Yeah, it's up to you what you want to do.
As a quick look, do any of the dead people look important? Like, any of them, like, especially armoured out compared to the rest?
They do seem to be wearing some armor. Decent armor.
So the Varg is going to run to the dead Templar, and he's just going to pick him up in his mouth and then try and catch up with us.
Nice. Okay, so if it's safe to say that you guys are taking off and leaving, I think we can end the combat here because...
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Oh,
No more blood need be shed today.
Yeah, and probably after a little while, after you bend around the corner in the wagon, the vines untangle off of the elf, and he's able to save his friend. But Marcos looks back and he sees you all. Let me move you guys over to this scene here. Oops. All right, here we go.
So just to check, we do still have the Templar's dead body, correct?
You do. And it doesn't take long after the Varg runs up. Like, you know that he can jump up in the back of the wagon if you want to, or
Yeah, the Fenris is going to jump into the back of the wagon, drop it, and then it's just going to fade out of where everyone can see, because his time's kind of running out for me to hold him.
yeah, you can tell like the wagon's messed up and everything, and it's gonna need to definitely be repaired. But he looks back. He says, "Oh, you did well, my friends. You did very well."
Gath is going to look at Simon and says, "You need some healing, Simon. Let me help you." Cast the healing spell on Simon's wounds.
And since you're out of combat, you can concentrate on that.
Okay, so that would be +2, so 8.
All right, and go ahead and give him times 3 to the power, the spell effect of the healing.
Woohoo! 27.
Nice.
All right, and Marcos says he looks at the insignia on the Templars, breastplate, definitely, Pantheos Cathedral, and he says, "I am sorry, my friends, to bring this trouble upon you. I should be honest about this. I did steal the dragon scroll from the temple."
That is not a disagreement.
Well, I guess depending on how you look at it, they did not agree to give it to me. So I had to kind of take it. For the quest, of course.
Yeah, Hum is frustrated by this, and he is just kind of looking around.
Gath looks
Did you
at...
try and purchase it, or they said no?
I did. The Countessa gave us some coins to attempt to purchase it from the cathedral, but the order is very... I say, they like to hold on to their items and not share. They didn't want me going to Wyrmfall after all anyway. They say it would turn up too many angry spirits. This is nonsense, though. The spirits there. I mean, right, Simon? You know the things, and Gath? You know spirits, right? Would they not be dead by now? Gone?
think the whole point of spirits is that they're dead. You know, they don't tend to leave.
I misspoke. I mean, they wouldn't hang around there for centuries, of course. Would you not get bored?
I don't think they get much of a choice, friend. But if they're there, unless whatever they were doing has been dealt with, I don't think they're leaving anytime soon.
Gat looks at Marcos and the rest of the group and he says, Marcos, this will not do if you keep hiding facts from us. It would have helped us in this situation to know that you stole the scroll. They could have attacked us in the night. It was fortunate that they attacked us when we were well rested and riding. And when it comes to spirits, do not take them too lightly, my friend. They are not to be trifled with. And if they are bound to a place and we make a mistake while we investigate, they could be released. And a released spirit is a dangerous entity.
Tell me, Marcos, are there any other things you wish to tell us to prepare us for the path ahead? Things that we need to know to survive?
You can see, like, for the first time that you've ever seen it, he seems a little uncomfortable now. And he says, I believe that is all. I am sorry, my friends. It had to be done.
Hum looks at him with kind of like a long stare, maybe holding his gaze with his one eye, each of their one eyes, and he then will go down and look towards the body of the Templar to see what we might be able to scavenge.
Nice. You do see a steel kind of how do you say, cuirass on his breastplate there, and you see some like studded leather greaves, studded leather bracers, some shoulder plates. He did have some decent armor on him. And that wither spell just, dehydrated him, so he looks really, really messed up.
Did he have anything on him, like a note from who sent him, or anything like that?
No, he does have a strange, like, signet ring with the symbol of the order on it, which mostly looks like almost like a star. I believe I have it here somewhere. If I find it for you, I'll try to pick it out for you. Because I can't just click the pop-ups, unfortunately.
Did you say studded leather?
Yes, studded leather bracers and studded leather greaves.
Would they be light, medium, or like?
There'd be light armor.
Okay, I think Simon's just gonna pick them up and put them on. If that's okay.
Yeah. I think, you're like the least armored out of everybody, yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And you could put an armor rating 2 on both of those. The studded leather greaves and the studded leather bracers. They both have an armor rating 2. That would at least give you a 4 there. The steel cuirass is pretty nice. Or it's an iron one, I should say. Iron cuirass that is an armor rating of 8. And that's a heavy item. But as long as you're just wearing 1, you won't take any negative modifiers.
Okay, and what's the armor of that, did you say?
That one's an 8, but I think you would need a certain amount of strength to use that one. Let me look that up here real quick. That one might be better suited for Hamnahar. What's your strength?
My strength is 10.
And as I'm pulling this up,
But if it's heavy, I won't need it too much, so I think I'll just offer it to Hum or Gaff if those two want it.
Gaff.
Gaff, how do you feel about this, Kyros?
I do not like it very much, to be honest, Amnahar. I think it is best suited on you. For you seem to have the ability to protect us against such attacks. So go ahead. Wear it with honor.
Yeah, Hum will nod and look towards everyone, and yeah, he'll pick it up. He's got a 20 strength, so I'm assuming that's good enough.
yes, definitely. And that's in the torso. Also the shoulder plates, if anybody wants those. Those are armor rating of 2.
Do the shoulder plates look like they'd fit on a wolf?
Fit on a wolf?
Mm-hmm.
No. You would need to get some barding for the wolf.
Okay.
If is that light, medium, or heavy armor for those leather shoulders?
They're light.
Okay. Well, Tango, you might need them because you're still pretty relatively unarmored. Or I mean, I got the cuirass, so I mean that's armor 8. That's huge for me, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I've got an armor of 4 from the braces and the greaves, so I'll take the shoulder plates.
Yes, sounds good. Take that.
And he also has a, this one has a long sword. And that does 2d10 damage at a moderate weight, if anybody wants that.
If no one has anything better, I'd like to take it, because the only weapon I've got that's melee is a bone scepter. But if someone wants it, then they can take it.
No, go ahead. I'm just out of character. Gath is always going to be kind of staying back and using spells, so, go ahead and take the weapons for combat.
And 15 gold coins on him. If anybody wants that.
I think we'll just split
Yeah.
that 5-5.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. 5-5-5 and give 1 to Marcos for riding so well.
Yeah, that's good.
So, sorry, what was the damage stuff of the longsword, so I can put it in?
2d10.
Is that the damage, yeah?
Yeah. And when you put the damage in the space, put a 2d10 exclamation point. So it explodes if you roll a 10.
Okay. And for the hit bonus, do I put anything or not?
No, only if you're specialized in swords.
I think I might be.
Yeah, if you have a specialization of +1 in swords, then you can...
Talent melee. Would a melee talent make me specialized in it?
No, you would have to get the a skill slot and put it on
Okay, so I don't have any.
swords, yeah. Alright. He does say, soon we should find a place to camp. Maybe we'll find something. A nice little place in the woods here, something. Does anybody have any wilderness survival skills?
I think Gat
I
has.
should. Because my backstory is nomadic.
Just check under your skills. On your, the button there.
Oh no, I don't then.
I have tracking, but I don't think that'll be helpful for this particular endeavor.
Does Gath? I think Gath does, yeah, he's the...
I have a wilderness survival. Yes.
Oh yeah, cool. Can you go ahead and roll that, please?
Yes. Six.
Nice. After about an hour, or... no, we'll say 2 hours. You notice, you notice that there's a clearing off in the woods somewhere. You realize by the terrain and stuff that the elevation, how it changes and shifts. You would think that there would be water near this lower elevation place, where it seems like it would kind of shapes into a valley off the western side of the road. And sure enough, you end up finding a small path through the trees that's like almost invisible, if you weren't really paying attention. And it leads to a small cottage. I'm going to move you guys there now.
Does the cottage appear to be having like smoke coming from the chimney or anything like that?
Oh. It does not. It, oh, you guys don't have any view, do you?
No.
As he starts to ride the wagon down that way, the wheel, it's just kind of making the whole wagon make a lot of noise as well. And he's like, perhaps we can repair the wagon tonight. I'm going to have to find some supplies. Maybe we can find some at this cottage here. And here we go. I'm going to put you guys down here. Hopefully you can see. Everybody got sight there?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright.
Is the front door open?
Yes, it appears that it is slightly open. You can see some broken items like old crates and stuff in the yard. Maybe pieces to old wheelbarrows and things like that. And old barrels that are frozen. You notice a window is open to the right. And just so you guys know, I put these little symbols here. You'll see like little symbols that are kind of, the opacity is brought down a little bit. But you can see it, they kind of mark where doors and windows are.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool.
Quick question. How long were we riding for till we got here?
This is about 2 more hours.
So, for my mana, is that just 2d6 times 10? To regain.
Oh, that would be a d20 times 2.
Okay, d20 times 2.
Would I have had any time to have meditated to regain chi?
Indeed, you can get the same roll. d20 times 2.
The calculator doesn't work.
Does it not?
No, it's
Damn it.
19 plus 2 is 19. 19 times 2 is 38 extra.
Yeah, I'd be topped off. I was only down 9, so.
Yeah, sweet.
How do we get our frenzy points back?
With that, you'll have to spend saga points, and you can do that tonight at camp.
Okay.
I'll award you saga points, and then you can buy more stuff. Spend them on your character. But until then, you notice through the trees, this place seems like it is no longer inhabited from outside. There's no smoke coming from the chimney. You see the doors kind of open. But there could be somebody inside still. Could even be an animal with the door left open like that. It's kind of slowly, moving in the breeze and stuff. And Marcos, he pulls his sword out and he says, I do not like the looks of this place. We should be careful here.
I agree. Friends, but there are no creatures. The undergod.
As he says that, he pulls out his spiked knuckle and puts it on his right hand.
And Gath looks at them and he says, wait before we proceed. Let me sense if there's something in the room. And Gath is going to try and commune with animals, if I'm not mistaken. Animal kinship. Where's that? Let's see if that would work in this scenario. Animal kinship. Not nature. Okay. Oh, it's a skill, right? So hold on. What is the?
While he's looking for that, I'd like to also do my own thing. I have something called Unnatural Senses as a demon hunter. So I'd like to see if I could sense any unnatural beings within the vicinity. Because this place looks almost like ransacked or attacked.
Okay. I believe that is a perception check.
Yes.
And you get to add +1 to that.
Failed.
You do not sense anything unnatural yet.
So we think there might be spirits, correct? So could I use my thaumaturgy skill to see if I can see signs of any?
Looking around so far, it doesn't seem like there's anything.
So Gath is trying to sense if there's any animals within the cottage, trying to reach out with his mind to see if he can connect with anything.
Yeah. And as you do that, you kind of realize that you can feel this, the horses behind you. You can feel that they're afraid of this place. And just taking a quick glance, you notice that they have this uneasy, they're moving their legs and they're, stomping their hooves a little bit in the snow, and they can't really go anywhere because, he's parked them there, and they're just kind of chilling. And they're kind of far away from the house, so they're not too close to freak out or anything, but you can tell that they don't like it. And, and just because Humnahar, you don't sense anything yet, but Gath, you feel like the animals are afraid of this place.
He senses that and he turns on to the rest of the group. Be wary. The horses do not like what they sense, and I sense fear when they look upon the cottage.
Helm will look over at Gath and nod at him very stoically. And with all that said, he'll take the first couple steps towards the cottage, kind of leading the way.
Wait, there's a better idea than that. So Simon kind of gets on one knee and draws his circle with 3 triangles in it and re-summons back Fenrir to go in first. It's 14.
Nice.
Yeah, that means Fenrir is back. I'm just gonna send him first.
And it works. And you can see he appears, but he is still weakened.
I thought
Since
it
it, since it was so recent, the last time you've done it.
Okay. Yes, Fenrir is just gonna... do I need to measure the distance or can he just walk in?
No, you can just, you can go on in. Yeah. And he pushes through, pushes by the door. And, yeah, same thing. I think Gath, he's an animal. And you would be able to sense it as well. Like, you can sense his worry, almost like the sense he's picking up. There's something in there. It seems unnatural.
And then Gat relays those feelings to the rest of the group. The warg sees it.
Would I be able to see
Senses it or
through?
smells it.
Would I be able to see through Fenrir's eyes? Like, can I see what he sees?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I don't think so yet.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird too. Well, Hamnahar, you don't feel anything unnatural about it. So you start to walk in. Marco says, he doesn't say anything. He starts to come up here and he's like, it looks like somebody might have ransacked this place already. Like maybe they bring the things outside and smash them,
We won't know until we go in.
Yes, you should go first, my friend. You are more dangerous than I am.
Yeah, Helm will look back and nod, and he stays behind the Varg, and so he pushes the door, or I guess the door's already open from the Varg, but he gets in and starts peering around.
And do a perception check when you enter. I was going to say Simon. Yeah, thank you.
Attributes.
Once you get in there, Hamnahar, you, must be smelling some food or something. He's interested in something. Hamnahar, you immediately, when you cross the threshold of the doorway, start to feel those tingles that you're familiar with. There's something unnatural in here. And it's close, and it seems to be coming from this area here on the floor. And you see this whole tattered rug.
Hamnahar, as he opens the door and he's behind the Varg, he quietly just turns and looks back at the group, and he brings a finger up as if to his lips, I guess one of his mouths, and then he will slowly point towards the rug and give them a very grave look, and then you could see him pulling up his spiked knuckled fist as he can. Actually, you know what? That's not gonna help. So then he'll just step in.
You notice that that rug is covering up something on the floor. It looks like it dips down a little bit too much in the center. And there's holes in the rug. You can see these heavy dark spots.
So yeah, he'll go. So the dark spots. Would I be able to ascertain whether that's like mud or blood or anything like that?
Oh, as you come into the house too, it is dark in here. So I think your heat vision sets in.
Yes.
You can definitely see some kind of like cold rising from it as you get closer. It looks like a trap. It looks like it's been purposefully set over a hole or something in the floor.
So he'll motion to his friends to say like, or no, he'll whisper.
Avoid the rock. There is a presence there. And to ensnare us.
And he will try to continue to like hug the wall and make his way over here.
Simon quickly looks over at Hum and asks him, "Do you think I should get my imp to go and touch it?"
I think before we set off any traps, we should ascertain exactly what is going on here. We might have more information in some of these rooms.
An imp, you say?
Yes, I have Fenrir, my wolf, but I also have my imp.
Wait, is an imp is a demon, right?
Yeah, it's a flying demon.
Okay.
If you summon that, I will kill it immediately for the scum that it is.
That's why I asked if that's why I asked if you wanted me to get it to touch the trap. I don't use it much, I much prefer Fenrir, but if you need to, put it on the trap, see what happens, I'm more than happy to put it up.
You see Hum just like thinking, because he hates demons more than anything. He hates demons, but at the same time, you're throwing a demon like into harm's way that'll kill. So, if he was a computer, it'd be like standby, like just thinking.
Marcos looks over to Gath, and he's got a quizzical look on his face, but like a smirk as well. This is interesting. So the demon, it is on your side though. He steal things for you?
Yes, I wouldn't call it a demon as much as I'd call it a demon spawn. He has no ill intent at all. He's a very kind fellow, but he scares some people with his looks. Very not understanding that he's a nice boy.
Damn it. I should have used him to steal the scroll. Probably would have never have gotten in trouble with the cathedral. I will bring up the... Whoa?
My apologies. Go ahead.
What did he say?
Summon the imp and consign him to oblivion.
You want me to summon the imp and put him in, right? So,
Yes, everyone be at the ready.
Simon is gonna move to this kind of open space here. He's gonna get his chalk out, go onto the floor, and the triangle with 3 circles he draws to summon Fenrir. He draws a circle with 3 triangles in it to summon the imp. Let me roll for that. Castings.
As well, I think I forgot to tell you, I believe these take components each time you summon one too.
They do.
I think the imp is like a silver piece or something like that, or something. I can't remember.
Anything on my sheet, I don't think.
can't remember exactly what it was. Navarg or something, but anyway, don't worry about it right now.
Okay. Just like, the 7, does that work?
It does.
Okay, so now I have my imp.
The little creature appears and looks towards you out of this puff of smoke. Or go ahead, you can describe.
Okay, so the triangle with 3 circles, it just rips open a hole in the floorboards as the imp flies out. He immediately just like starts looking about at everyone screeching. So it lays eyes on me, then just settles down and lands on Fenrir's back. Also, out of character, can you give me control of the imp as well, please?
Indeed.
Thank you.
You see Hum like tense up and grow rigid, and with his one remaining eye, he just has murder in his eye towards this imp. He's holding off. He's not doing anything, but he is clearly agitated.
You've probably seen them before, for sure.
Yeah, so Simon kind of looks at imp, like the mangled bat-looking thing that it is, and just goes, "You, imp, touch that carpet." He just gestures to the one in front of Hum. And, Hum, take a step back just in case, my friend. We never know. So the imp just lands right in the middle of it and starts squawking.
The carpet falls immediately, and
The imp's fine because it can fly. Surely.
yeah, so it falls and like kind of falls in on itself. And of course, if somebody was to step there, it would have like wrapped around them almost and gone down. But it just falls, and it falls down into this hole. Looks like maybe somebody had set that there on purpose for sure. You notice an old used up lantern on the ground next to the hole. And down in the hole, this horrible smell comes out of it. And Gath, you can see that like small creatures have been in here. You see like the remnants of like, you know, squirrels and rats and stuff, and their feces and everything. Like something's been in here for a long time. Or somebody's been missing for a while. There's a... Go ahead.
Moves a little closer, and when he sees the hole, he's going to cast light and darkness to try and, like, you know, almost like a beam of light going into that hole.
Would my Varg be able to see in the dark?
He can, yeah.
Just go, Fenrir, in that hole, boy, see what's down there. He's just gonna bound in and have a look. Should I roll perception for him?
Yeah, go ahead. Gath, you throw a light spell down there?
Yes.
Alright.
Loose.
I'm gonna put...
Jeez.
I don't think it... Oh, it did. 9 perception for...
Is that a nat 1? Oh,
Yeah.
crap. Jesus. Roll a magic fumble.
How do I do that?
Over in the chat area, you'll see the magic.
Oh yeah, magic. D20 level of drain.
Okay, so D20 times 3 of drain.
36.
Oh!
I lose all my mana at this point. Is there any side effect of that? Like, do I faint or do I like fall to the ground?
Yes, it's usually pretty bad, but you would have gained some back on the ride. And they got D20 times 2 for the hours.
Okay, so let me do that.
It was a 2-hour ride.
20. So 16. Yeah, I still have about 14. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
As long as he's not negative, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so the spell fails badly, and it just eats up more of your mana.
Fenrir rolled a 9 perception. Does he notice anything?
Yeah, you can hear him down there, just scruffling around. He's smelling the area, but you can't really see him down there unless you have better eyesight than he does, or better eyesight than a normal human.
I think I do. I think my character sheet says I have twilight vision.
Okay.
Do I still notice a cold spot in the area of that hole?
Yeah, it just seems like there's cold emanating from the hole down there. You notice Fenrir isn't. He doesn't seem like there's something he wants to attack or anything. You don't hear him growling or anything like that, and you can't see what he sees right now. So you can just hear him like panting and walking around down there. You can hear him sniffing something, and hear him lick it a few times. But you can smell death emanating from down there.
I shout down how Fenrir, stop licking that and bring it up here. Show us what you found, boy. The Fenrir is gonna bite whatever he was licking and bring it up here.
He brings up a severed arm when he jumps back out of the hole. Looking down there, anybody with the low light vision, and Gath, since your light spell failed, if you want to, you can look. I mean, there's a lantern right there. There could be oil around here somewhere.
I've got twilight vision. I should be able to see if there's anything down there.
Yeah, when you look down there, you do see what looks like the remains of someone's body. Maybe someone fell in a trap before or something and landed down there. It looks like there's a cellar down there.
Boys, I think this arm belongs to a man. Wasn't too fortunate, but there's a room down here we might be able to go into. And Fenrir, you look pretty weak, my friend. Eat up that body. You keep your strength. So Fenrir just just like a little happy yap and just starts digging into the arm that he brought up to try and help him fix up his wounds. Talk to the energy.
Hum looks at Simon and is just disgusted, and he is gonna
I want no part of this.
and he is gonna make his way to the left to go check out this other room.
Yeah, and you guys are free to move your tokens around and investigate. You do find some stuff to light the lantern, and if you want to use that, you click on your token, and there's that little candle button up there, the emoji. You're able to find some stuff, Gath, if you want to light up, because I think...
Yes. So
Yeah,
Gath was while they were investigating the hole, and because of the light spell failing, he feels a little out of touch with the elements and nature today. So he goes up, finds the oil, and starts lights it up and starts investigating the house.
I think Simon, Fenrir, and Beeps the Imp are all going to go into the hole.
Alright, you do notice it's probably about a 15-foot drop down there. It's not too bad, but you could take some damage from the fall if you fail your dexterity check.
So we said that Beeps isn't big enough to fly me down, is he?
No, he can't hold you.
Would he be big enough to slow my fall at least?
Oh, he could assist you, yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be cool. You can make a dex check, and maybe get a +1 from the imp. Nahar, when you're walking into that other area,
What?
you notice that there is a trap door over here on the ground. You see that? It's kind of underneath the bed.
Look,
Looks
I
like
messed
somebody
up the-
ransacked.
I messed up the roll because I put +1 and that messed it up, but that should have been a 7.
Oh, yeah. For the modifier, you just put a 1, don't add the plus.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that should be a 7.
Gaff, when you get over there to the, there's like a bath, you notice some books on the shelves. There's some dried blood on the floor. You notice that this fireplace can be lit up and you can light up the whole chamber if you did that.
Yes, so Gath, once he realizes that he can light up the fireplace, he's going to use the lamp that he's already carrying to kind of light that fireplace up and at least bring some warmth into the cottage.
I see some tools on this table that Nahar is in front of. Does any of it look like we could take it and use it?
Sorry, do you guys have light in there now?
Yes. The fireplace is lit up, yes.
Sweet. Let's see this old one. Did I drop it on there? Oh, I did. There we go. Sorry, what was that question?
I see this table that Nahar, I can't say my own name. Nahar is in front of, and there's like a saw and a hatchet. I don't know if that's just backing for the map or if those are tools that are actually there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can see some tools on the table. Looks like some craft table or something, where they used to build something.
Gath, after lighting up the fireplace, goes towards the books and those blood spots on the ground, and it's going to try and understand or investigate that area, like maybe try and read the book titles and see if the blood is leading somewhere.
Yeah, when you're looking at the books, and it does seem to have like old writing on like the history of Espadosa and the Four Kingdoms. You see some old books on ancient history. You notice there's even a journal, some maps of the local area, and looks like a diary in there.
So he's going to take the maps, and then he's going to take the diary and open it and start reading it. See if he can understand, make out, who lived here, what happened.
Yes, I have a handout. Let me see. The Journal of Mara Hill. A woman named Mara Hill used to live here. If I can find it. I'll have to share it to you later. Yeah, you do notice that there in the journal, it looks like one of the last entries. She talks about her husband going insane. You notice that she lost her son. They both lost their son. You notice another entry, just from flipping through it. I'll give you like a quick rundown. You notice some other entry about a coven of witches in this area, and then the loss of their son, and then the madness that took her husband, and it starts to, you're like, oh, there's a lot of stuff in this journal as you're flipping through it, and I'll share that handout with you as soon as I find it later. But
Okay.
since we're getting time to close too.
Yeah, so Gath is just going to be while he's keeping an alert, sense about him in case anybody needs him. He's going to be just flipping through the journal, trying to understand more about this area, because once he reads about the witch coven and about her children dying, and her husband losing his mind, Gath just gets more interested in the book.
And down below, I'm going to move you down below here.
As a question, from the human meat that Fenrir ate, has he gained any HP from that?
Oh, give him 2d6 back. You can roll 2d6 and they explode. I'm going to bring you to the cellar. And are you going down there as well, Hum-Nahar?
Yeah, Hum-Nahar doesn't. I think he would think that it leads towards that same area, but he at least wants to try and let some light in for his friend, and so he's going to move the bedpost out of the way and open the door in the floor.
I won't need light to find that vision.
Okay. I tried to show this to everybody as well, so everybody can see. Once you get down there, you do see the remains. These remains are actually fresh. They're not all frozen. Some of them are fresh. And
are we talking like not frozen fresh, or like still bleeding fresh?
it's not frozen yet. Like it's not just been killed yesterday or anything like that fresh, but it's definitely been at least without forensic skills and or anything like that. It's definitely been at least within a week though. You also notice there's like signs of a fight down here. There's a skeleton impaled with a spear into some of the crates that was probably left there to rot. And it looks like there's a well down there in one of the chambers. Hum-Nahar, I'm going to move you down there.
Quick question. So these remains are human remains? I'm hoping?
They do look to be human remains.
Yeah. Or like humanoid at least.
Yeah. You see the remnants of, old wine bottles and stuff on the wall. Looks like an old storage area as well. And down below here, this is where they kept their well. In that room, Simon, when you go in there, you notice this frozen skeleton on the ground. And it looks to be, like her hair's long and still stuck to her flesh. And she's clutching a doll. It looks like a child's doll. And she's, maybe she froze to death down here, perhaps, or something.
Out of question, quick. For you, Gareth, you have a stone spear, right? Gareth?
Sorry, yes. I do have a stone spear, but I'm still upstairs.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna pick up the spear that's stuck in the skeleton, just hold on to it till next to Gath.
Nice. Marcos comes over to you, Gath, while you're reading. And it seems like for a moment he doesn't want to, like he looks out the back door and stuff, and he says, well, this looks like a place that we can at least sleep tonight. Yes?
Yes.
This
Yes,
place
Marco.
reeks of evil and unnatural filth.
Oh, well, do you think we'll be in danger if we stay here? I mean, everyone is dead, no?
It appears that the remains down here are at least less than a week old, which leads me to believe that something has been here. Something has killed here. Why? We can stay, but we should definitely be careful.
Yes. Maybe, we should lock up the doors and the windows. I'll start on that. I also need to, find a replacement for the wheel.
Simon's gonna de-summon Beeps and Fenrir, because they're not really needed anymore.
Okay. Yeah, they vanish as you, like, wave your hand. And, as Gath is starting to read through the pages of the book and, like, flip through them, you notice more and more that, like, it seems like something happened to these people and maybe these witches were involved. And as you're flipping through and starting to, like, realize this, you know, you being the shaman, and you just kind of start to sense the whispers of the spirits in the woods as you look out the window and see the trees moving in the wind, like almost like the trees are talking to you, almost like the trees are warning you that something's coming tonight. And that's where we'll end it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hum, you still have your voice changer on.
Thank you. I've been trying to keep an eye on it all night, and I failed right at the end.
You did pretty good. Sorry, not enough time to fight the
No, that's fair.
evil coming.
Well, I don't know about them, but I would like to finish the story that you have. So I don't know
Yeah, definitely.
what your schedule looks like, but I'd like to totally finish in the future.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, same here. I looked at the schedule and I can definitely do the 2 days you have in August.
Sweet. That'd be awesome.
I haven't looked at the schedule, but because it's in August and I'm on school holidays, I can make it.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys 15 saga points, and you place those in your. I'll write it in the chat there. 15 saga points. And what you do is you just go into your character, and there's a spot for them where you can place them in saved, and where you place them on you add them to your max.
Do Fenrir and Beeps get any saga points?
Yeah, you could actually give them the same amount.
So 15 each, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're saying saved saga points should be 15, and then you add the 15 also to the total saga points?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So when you spend the saga points on your character, you'll take them from the saved ones,
Okay.
but you always keep track of them cumulative, because that brings you up levels, you know?
I see.
Yeah, so down there you'll see saga points for next level. It lets you know how many more you need, you know?
Okay, okay. So
And
I see.
Okay, and then there's a handout on the right if you go all the way down to level advancement, where you can find out how to spend your saga points. I'll share that one since we're off now. Saga point distribution. You can raise your hit points up 1 for 1. You can increase your skills. You can increase mana, chi, frenzy, You can increase your attributes. Like if you have a 12 in dexterity and you want to get to 13, you can spend 13 saga points to go to 13, you know?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Everything's pretty much advanceable, I guess.
Nice. Okay.
I already spent all my saga points. I dumped it all into HP.
Yeah. Do you have any frenzy though? At least keep a little frenzy.
I have 6 frenzy.
Okay, cool. Good.
So 1 saga point adds 2 points to the frenzy pool. That's how it is?
That's right.
Okay.
And I'm also going to give you guys 25 reputation since you fought the church. And that goes to add...
Is that good reputation or bad reputation?
oh,
That is a great question.
I think that's bad reputation.
Correct, because we stole stuff, right? I mean, we helped a man who stole stuff.
Right.
Cool.
You were kind of unfortunately duped into that, thanks to Marcos. But yeah, add it to the bad reputation, and it'll automatically add up your total. Once you reach 100, you get a free talent and a free ability.
Oh, nice.
You gave Fenrir 15 saga points. He now has 16, which means he's level 2.
Sweet. And we'll advance him. You can give him more hit points if you want to spend your points on spend points on him and stuff. You can do the same
With
thing with him.
level.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so he's now got 76 HP.
You guys are free to do that whenever you want to. I'm gonna bring you back over to the loading board here, and I will bring you that journal so you'll be able to read it next time. I couldn't find it.
Okay, cool.
But thanks you guys. Thanks for playing.
Oh man, this was awesome.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
thank you for GMing. I
Yeah.
know you had a hard day, so I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Good night.
Later, guy. Have a good one.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Later.
Night all.